and he viewed me with suspicion, asking why I should be there and not in the courtyard where it was proper for a messenger to wait. I replied that I was famished and faint, and had searched for food and shade. This was a poor lie, and he did not believe it. He complained to the Caliph, who I know was amused in private, and yet compelled to adopt a stern face to the public. Thus, when the ruler of the Saqaliba asked for a mission from the Caliph, this same spiteful Ibn Qarin urged I be sent. And so I was. In the company there was the ambassador of the king of Saqaliba, who was called Abdallah ibn Bastu al-Hazari, a tedious and windy man who talked overmuch. There was also Takin al-Turki, Bars al-Saklabi, both guides on the journey, and I, too. We bore gifts for the ruler, for his wife, his children, and his generals. Also we brought certain drugs, which were given over to the care of Sausan al-Rasi. This was our party. So we started on Thursday, the 11th of Safar of the year 309, June 21st, 921, from the City of Peace, Baghdad. We stopped today in Narwan, and from there went swiftly until we reached Al-Daskara, where we stopped for 3 days. Then we travelled straight onward without any detours until we reached Hulwan. There we stayed 2 days. From there we went to Kirmisin, where we remained 2 days. Then we started and travelled until we reached Ramadan, where we remained 3 days. Then we went farther to Sawa, where we remained 2 days. From there we came to Ray, where we remained 11 days, waiting for Ahmad ibn Ali, the brother of al-Rasi, because he was in Huar al-Ray. Then we went to Huar al-Ray and remained there 3 days. This passage gives the flavour of Ibn Fadlan's descriptions of travel. Perhaps a quarter of the entire manuscript is written in this fashion, simply listing the names of settlements and the number of days spent at each. Most of this material has been deleted. Apparently, Ibn Fadlan's party is travelling northward, and eventually they are required to halt for winter. Our stay in Gurgania was lengthy. We stayed there some days of the month of Rajab, November, and during the whole of Saban, Ramadan, and Sawal. Our long stay was brought about by the cold and its bitterness. Verily, they told me that 2 men took camels into the forests to get wood. They forgot, however, to take flint and tinder with them, and hence slept in the night without a fire. When they got up the next morning, they found the camels had been frozen stiff from the cold. Verily, I beheld the marketplace and streets of Gurgania completely deserted because of the cold. One could stroll the streets without meeting anyone. Once, as I came out of my bath, I entered my house and looked at my beard, which was a lump of ice. I had to thaw it out before the fire. I lived night and day in a house that was inside another house, in which a Turkish felt tent was pitched, and I myself was wrapped up in many clothes and fur rugs. But in spite of all this, my cheeks often stuck to the pillow at night. In this extremity of cold, I saw that the earth sometimes forms great cracks, and a large and ancient tree may split into 2 halves from this. About the middle of Sawal, of the year 309, February 922, the weather began to change. The river thawed, and we got ourselves the necessary things for the journey. We bought Turkish camels and skin boats made out of camel hides, in preparation for the rivers we would have to cross in the land of Turks. We laid in a supply of bread, millet, and salted meat for 3 months. Our acquaintances in the town directed us in laying in garments as much as was needed. They depicted the coming hardships in fearful terms, and we believed they exaggerated the story, yet when we underwent this, it was far greater than what had been told to us. Each of us put on a jacket, over that a coat, over that a tulup, over that a burqa, and a helmet of felt out of which only the 2 eyes could look. We also had a simple pair of underdrawers with trousers over them and house shoes, and over these another pair of boots. When one of us got on a camel, he could not move because of his clothes. The doctor of the law and the teacher and the pages who travelled with us from Baghdad
Para seguir escuchando este audiolibro gratuitamente, haz clic en el enlace de la descripción y podrás escucharlo completo sin coste gracias a la prueba de 30 días de Audible.